Excuse me if I may sound a little awkward, because this is actually my first video I've ever made regarding spirituality. I think the more that I do these videos, and I'm guided actually to do these videos, because this video may be the only video I will post on this channel, but I feel guided by my team, by source, to post a video regarding maladaptive daydreaming. I've had maladaptive daydreaming my whole entire life, and for a long time I've always felt like I was a weirdo because of it. I concealed it away from the world. It's not something that I just go out and tell people, hey, I have maladaptive daydreaming, and I sit in my room and sometimes and I rock back and forth while listening to music. Like, how do you tell people that? So and many maladaptive daydreamers, we don't express that openly to people. In fact, I noticed that over the last decade or so, a lot more people and research is coming up for people who maladaptive daydream. There's a lot more research. There's a lot more people now who are coming forward and saying that they too do this thing, and I'm starting to see a lot of I don't get on TikTok, but I have been guided to videos from TikToks with people who are around my age or a little bit younger, basically Gen Zers, that maladaptive daydream. And I just thought that it was really interesting. I always thought I was alone. I thought I was a weirdo. I thought, it was something a tool that I had, like a coping mechanism that I had formed from trauma. But as I got older, I realized that actually, which is the point of this video, maladaptive daydreaming is a spiritual tool. It is a spiritual tool. It is not something weird. It is actually an amazing gift if you have it. I'm trying to also figure out if it's also a manifesting tool as well. So I feel like Source and my spirit team have guided me to create this video to let the people who do have maladaptive daydreaming, and it's a plus if you're also into spirituality, to confirm to you that you're not a weirdo, you don't have a mental illness. It is something, like, the point I'm trying to make is also the way that God created all of us is not by mistake. It's not by mistake. Nothing is by mistake. I don't have the full picture as to why there are clusters of us that have this particular gift, but what I do know for sure is that it should be used wisely. And there was a few other masters that I have watched, and I'll name drop them. The Peace Stealer and Isis Wisdom, they confirmed my own understanding as a master, that the imagination is the key to heaven. This is what the Peace Stealer said. And then Isis Wisdom said, she said, like, the imagination is key to tapping into your spirituality. Why do you think, who's another name drop, Higher Realm Holistic? She's made several videos on how the C word, the certain people, certain entities, certain people, authorities at the top, they wanted to destroy children. destroy their innocence, that imagination, that childlike essence that we all had, or they, or for the children that still do have it, they're trying to taint that as early as possible, because they know that that is a huge key in spirituality, which a lot of people seem to neglect. So I had been guided to understand that maladaptive daydreaming is a spiritual tool. Like, for all of the MDers, we all know that music and movies and we have our triggers, right? And depending on what you're focusing on in your daydream, we all know that it evokes a lot of emotion. It alters your emotions depending on what you're focusing on. So if you're focusing on something happy, you can feel that your body is in a state of bliss. Your emotions are in a state of bliss, happiness. When you're focusing on something that's negative in your daydream, it evokes negative emotions, and that's extremely powerful. It's an extremely powerful gift. And so I'm going to go into some examples as to how you can start using your maladaptive daydreaming with tool as a spiritually. So I would say focus on God. Focus on your spirit team, or other light workers. You can include other light workers in your daydreams. You can include Source, however Source looks to you. You can focus on your spirit team. Just get really creative with it, but include them in it. Include the archangels, the angel legion, Source, other light workers, if you will. What else is there? And you know what I mean? Because magic is the key. They don't want you to believe that magic isn't real, because it is real. All the things that we've been told is fantasy, it's not true. It's not true. Fantasy is real. All of that stuff is real. That's the trick in all of this, is to make you feel like you're weird or you're crazy for believing in any of this stuff. That's the trick. And I think the next video I will make is some examples of how I use my maladaptive daydreaming tool to connect spiritually. Thank you for listening.